onto this computer. Muy bien. And then I'll go ahead and make sure we're all muted up. I got it. You don't have to get up. No one has to do it. We're all good. Okay. And so now I'm just going to put my little cushion here in the center of my mat. Oh, and take a minute to make some space. So we were just talking about how exciting all that snow was. And what a nice, lovely, quiet day we had in the snow. So we're going to see if we can conjure those good snow feelings. So go ahead, take a moment, let your sits bones kind of ground down into wherever it is you're seated, whether it's a chair or on a little cushion. Good. If you want to take a second, bring both hands here to your brow. So I'm going to put my palms here on my brow and just rub in a few times. I had to do a lot of thinking and training and orientation today, so just taking a moment to let that tension just dissipate a little. Good. And then from here, you can just reach your hands back behind the head and let your head get nice and heavy in your hands. Let your neck, your heart, your throat stretch up. Good. And then let's exhale and round down. So you feel the back of your neck getting a little longer. Back of you stretching. And then inhale, coming all the way up, looking at the ceiling. Good. Just letting your eyes relax in the eye sockets. And then exhale, rounding, coming all the way down. Good. And we'll inhale, come up again. Big stretch up. And exhale, rounding over completely. Good. Inhale. Now pause for a moment. Just sitting nice and tall. And then you're going to reach your ribs side to side. And you can feel your head and neck supported by your hands as you just take this little reach. Good. Good. Just a couple times, just getting a little movement through your back. Good. Through your torso. And then from here, a little pause. You're going to twist, look all the way behind you. Inhale, move through the center. Twist, look all the way behind you in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, twist. One more time, side to side. Good. And then from here, let's exhale. I just want you to sweep the arms almost like an undulating wave in the ocean. So the arms are going to come up and then just lower down slowly and then pull right back closer to you. Good. You can inhale as the arms rise up and exhale as they float right back down. Inhaling up and exhale, coming down one more time. Good. Now pause and you're going to reach the arms out and away and then down and in. So you're going to do that same movement kind of out to the side. Inhaling, reach. Exhale the arms in. Inhale, reach. Exhale the arms in. Inhaling to reach. Exhale, coming in. One more time. Inhale. And now exhale, let the hands come to rest on your thighs. So you're going to inhale, take a big stretch up. And then exhale, melt your head down towards your shin bones. Another big stretch. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, rounding over. Good. We'll try this a couple more times. Inhaling up. And exhale, rounding over. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, rounding over. Good. Let's inhale, sit tall. And now with just your rib cage, let's move your whole torso in a big full circle. Good. You could think about this as the getting ready for dinner exercise. So You say that it's good to kind of move your stomach and your torso around before you eat because it kind of helps get your stomach, your gastric juices, and all that ready to eat. I hope that's a pleasant image for you. Good. So it is to help promote the digestive fire so that you digest your food well. Good. You can take these around the opposite direction. All right, and all done. We're ready for dinner. Just kidding. Let's keep going. So inhale, take your arms and sweep them up. And now exhale, unfold your legs. Good. And just sit tall for a moment. And then we're going to exhale, start taking a little stretch side to side. So once again, your ribs are going to float over. And hopefully now you'll feel more of like a little stretch through your armpit chest. Good. Let's now pause and take opposite hand to knee. And now looking all the way behind you, take a few breaths here, letting your spine twist. Letting your breaths be full and long. We'll inhale, sweep, bring the arms up. And exhale, take that twist in the opposite direction. Good. We're going to inhale now, come forward. And exhale, stretch your two legs out. And then come just take a long stretch over your legs. So your hands can come rest on the shins. And your torso can continue to move forward. Good. And then from here, we're going to inhale, sit up. Let's draw one leg in. I'm going to bring my left leg in. And then you'll exhale, twist towards the leg. As you continue to reach through the opposite leg. Good. And then we're going to inhale, sweep the two arms up, open the leg out to the side, twist away from it. Good. And then inhale, sweep, bring two arms back up. And exhale, forward bend over that extended leg. Good. So again, let these forward bends help you relax. So see if you can stay soft across your forehead, your frontal lobe. Soft with your eyes and the eye sockets. We're going to inhale, take a big stretch up once again. Slide that leg out and another full forward bend over the legs. So each time you come to stretch forward, maybe it's a little deeper. Let's inhale and take a big breath, lengthening all the way back up. Let's pull the opposite leg in. So now this is my right leg, but maybe you're mirroring me. So now we'll exhale, twist towards your bent leg. Well, I don't know if you heard that, but my back just did a nice adjustment. Oof. Big breaths. Good. Well, inhale, sweep, bring your two arms up. Now open that leg out to the side and then exhale and twist towards your extended leg. So keep feeling that thigh dropping down in the hip socket, dropping closer towards the floor. Inhale, sweep. Now take two arms up and then once again fold over this long leg. After your next long exhalation, let's inhale, come up. And exhale, bring the soles of the feet together for a moment. So sit here for a moment with the soles of the feet together and just really allow the femur bones to drop down into your hip socket. Good. And you can push your heels together. And you might feel some energy as you do that in the backs of the legs. Good. So as you squeeze in with your external rotators and glutes, that's going to allow your thighs to open up and release here. And I was reading yesterday just an interesting thing about breathing. So we know that I hadn't really heard it described this way before, but every time you inhale, that is going to activate your sympathetic nervous system. That's going to be the thing that kind of arouses your brain, keeps you alert. Every time you exhale, that's what's going to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and that's going to help you relax. So, just remembering throughout class as best you can to really focus on your exhales, focus on elongating your exhales, and just being in that space, I think, is useful to remember. So, with one long exhale, slide that leg out to the side. So, I've got my right leg moving out. And then you're going to reach your rib cage right and left. Good. And just feeling yourself. Again, these movements are about a kind of relaxation. Good. So let them be soft, nothing forced. Good. And then from here, just exhale, sweep. Take your two arms up. Open your chest a moment. And then exhale, round that all the way under, almost like a cat-cow movement. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, rounding under, just like a little cat-cow, feeling a little stretch between your shoulder blades. Inhaling up. Exhale, rounding under. Good. Inhaling up. And then exhale, after you round under this time, take opposite hand and elbow. And you're going to pull and twist. So keep your sits bones really anchored where they are. Just feel your torso getting a good twist. Good. And then from here, two arms up for a moment. And then we're going to exhale and open out towards your extended leg. Good. So if your neck feels tight or sore and needs some extra support, put a hand back there. This will also stretch and open your armpit. Good. And then we'll inhale, bring that all the way back up. Slide your leg in. Good. Take a moment to sit. Just feel yourself rooted, grounded, sits bones anchored. And then use a long exhale to extend the opposite leg. This is now my left leg going to the side. I'm going to rest my hands on my hips and then begin once again this gentle rocking movement side to side through the rib cage. Good, 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 good. So again, remembering these little movements, it's like a rocking, almost like you're going to rock a baby. In fact, some of us are rocking babies right now. Good. And then from here, I want you to pause with your torso right there in the middle. Open the two arms up. As you come to look up towards the sky, roll the thumbs back, and then roll your thumbs down as you come and roll forward. So you're going to inhale, reach your thumbs behind you, and exhale, roll forward. Then inhale, reaching back behind you. So you're getting a little rotation also through your shoulder joint here. Inhale, and on this last round, exhaling, take your two hands here to your elbows, sit tall and twist. So good. Again, think about that long exhale, especially where you might find some tension hiding in your shoulders. So just knowing as we are guiding our bodies and our brains to relax a little bit more, that's also going to help us focus and become more clear. Let's exhale, stretch, take your arms all the way up. Good. And now you'll exhale, fold out over that extended leg. Good. So remember, just stay if this feels nice, or put a hand behind your head and reach your weight so your head reaches back towards your hand. It's allowing your chest and armpit stretch to stretch. Beautiful. We'll use an exhale to bring ourselves back up. Good. Hands to your hips. Let's extend two legs. And now just gradually move your hands forward and see about letting your sternum reach out. And we're going to pump the arms just a little bit here. So you let the torso come forward, long back, and pull back. And so this doesn't need to feel like a push-up per se. You just want to feel yourself creating a little dynamic stretch for your spine, your inner thighs, your hips. Wonderful. Good. Let's inhale now from here. Stretch one arm out in front and then stretch the other arm behind you. Up in the air. Good. Now exhale, allow that arm to dive forward, almost like swimming movement. And then you'll exhale, take the opposite arm back. Exhale, bring that arm forward once again, sweeping yourself up. This time, if you'd like, let the hands just come behind you. And you're going to let your torso lift. You just feel a big stretch. You can let your head go. Pressing up with your hands, let's slide our two legs together. Come off of your prop. You can set it to the side. And then we're going to come down to the mat. I'm going to have my right side facing the computer here. So let's pause here for a moment. Just bring my hands to my heels. I'm going to tuck. You can see my heels and hands together. And then let my shoulder blades move back. So I'm going to press down a little bit with my heels and just feel myself kind of hinged here. Pressing down so my arms can relax. Good. Give this one more big deep breath. And then we're going to exhale and slowly just let yourself melt down to the floor. Draw your knees over your chest. And you can rock the back a little side to side as you start to wake up sensations now on this plane. So tuck your shoulder blades in. Let's reach out with one leg. Draw it back in. Reach out with the opposite leg. So you feel that nice energetic opposition. One leg hugging to your center. The opposite leg reaches away. Good. Use an exhale to find that extension. Good. Let's pause now with your left leg extended. Now take it down and up. Nice and light movement from in the hip socket. Just down and up with this leg. Okay, letting your back stay steady and anchored. You can exhale into the lift. And then from here, let's sweep your leg around in a little circle all the way. Then sweep that leg in the opposite direction. Good. Bend the knee. Bring it in and let the opposite leg now extend. This is my right leg. It's going to float down and up just a few times. Again, trying to feel myself steady, anchored through my pelvis. Exhaling into the lift. And now let's take the leg in a little circle. Good, and then we're going to circle it in the opposite direction. Good, now let's bend both knees. And then you're going to let your arms come up. And we're going to lightly tap, just toes come down to the floor. Kind of feel the belly start to connect, feel strong here. Good. And you can let your opposite arm lower down with the leg. So you're just working a little bit on cross patterning in your brain here. One arm coming down as the leg lowers. Good. And then from here, let's pause. Let's let one arm and one leg stretch out together and pull in. So they're going to stretch away and pull in. Stretch out, pull in, stretch out, and pull in, stretch out, and in. Last time, out and in. So now take a pause. And you're going to let one arm and one leg move out to the side. This is keeping the knees bent this first time. And back. So opposite arm and leg move out together, in together, out together, in together, out together, in together, out together, and in. Good. Let's extend the two legs and take that same pattern. So we're going to move out and in, out and in, out and in, out and in. One more time, each direction, out and in, out and in. So now with your arms and legs, everything up, let's just circle the limbs all the way around. Stay soft with your knees, soft with your elbows. And then we're going to circle in the opposite direction. Very nice. After your next round, let's go ahead, pause, bend the knees, hug your knees over your chest. Use an exhale and lift your head. Take your nose towards your knees for just a few breaths. Very nice. Exhale, release. Let your feet come to the floor. The two arms extend. And then we're going to push down with our feet as we lift and take our pelvis up. Let's reverse that a few times. The arms coming up as the pelvis comes down. Exhale, pushing through the feet to lift. So we're going to come down, 2, 3, and lift up, 2, 3, and coming down, 2, 3, and coming up with the pelvis, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, and coming up, 2, 3. One more time, down, 2, 3. This time we'll try to hold our pelvis lifted in the air for a few breaths. Remember, focusing on the active, elongating exhale. Let's exhale and bring the pelvis now all the way back down to the floor. Take your right ankle to your left thigh and begin to rock the hips just a little bit side to side. Good. Now we're going to pause with your legs over on one side, just feeling the outside of the hip stretch. Then we're going to try that, feeling the pause, the opposite side. Good. Back to your center. And now this whole thing, let's reach your legs down and up a few times, just feeling your belly, your core muscles connected to this movement. Good. Let's pause with the foot on the floor. Lift the pelvis all the way up. Use an exhale to come down slowly. And now you'll bring the legs right over your chest. Hands here can interlace behind your thigh. Let's go ahead and exhale, lift the head again, just taking your gaze to your belly button. Letting the shin perhaps come a little closer to you. And then use an exhale to lower your head and extend your the leg that's behind. You can now take your hands to the shin and let your pelvis just come up a little bit from the floor so you're getting a deeper stretch, backs of the legs. All right, so let's bend this knee. We're going to take this sequence on the other side. So now switch the position of the two legs. And then again, begin with this gentle rocking so the hips can come up. We'll try to keep our shoulder blades on the floor as you rock your weight just a little side to side. Good. Let's pause on one side, feeling the hips stretch here. Take that pause on the opposite side. And then from here, bringing your legs back into that parallel shape. Let's let the legs come over the chest and tap right back down. So you can inhale as the legs come down, exhale to lift them up. Just feeling a little bit of work from your core as the legs lower and a little stretch in the back of the hip. Wonderful. So now on your next round, the foot come to rest on the floor. And you're going to push down with that foot and lift your pelvis up. Hold this lift. And then we're going to exhale, slowly lower all that back down to the mat. Take your hands here back behind the thigh. Let the hips come to stretch over you. Your legs come to stretch over you. And then we're going to use a big exhale here to lift the head and perhaps bring your head and your shin a little closer together. And then let's release the head and neck back down to the floor as you stretch and extend this leg up. Good. So big reach through your right knee. You can take your hands behind the shin if you'd like. Just stay here. Or now let the pelvis rise up a little bit from the floor. Big stretch through the back of your leg. After your next long exhale, let's take the soles of your feet together. And right here, you can take your hands to the outsides of the feet. Just rock, rock, rock the hips. Rock your low back. And from here, you want to feel your back lengthen out on the floor. Maybe reaching your head away from your sitting bones. And one leg coming all the way out. And exhale, bringing it in, stretching the opposite leg out. And right back in. See what happens if we extend two legs all the way out. And then exhale, bring them in, hands behind the legs. Just hug your legs up. Maybe another stretch, letting the tailbone come up. If that feels comfortable. And from here, you're going to bend the knees, place your feet on the floor, and then just roll yourself onto your side. So this is my right side against the floor here. And I'm going to put my left hand here at my hip. And just a few times, I'm going to open and close this leg, just letting my hip feel again. Work from my inner thigh, work from my external rotators. Good. And then let's pause with the knee down and lift your shin bone up. So you want to keep the hips steady as the shin rises up. Good. And now we're going to lift the whole leg down and up. Inhale and exhale. Good. And now from here, let's try this. You're going to let the legs stretch out. Now up, now down, now in. So let the hip really feel like it gets to relax here. And we'll stretch it out and up, now down, now in. Reach it out, up, down, and in. Couple more. Out and up, down, and in. Last time. Out, up, down, and in. Pause with the knee bent. Take your hand here to your ankle. Let the hips stretch behind you. Good. Making sure your opposite hand, rest of the body relaxes. And then the top knee, let it travel forward. Let your top arm travel back for a moment. Good. After that big stretch, exhale, hugging those limbs back in. Now we're going to lift this knee and take your elbow and your knee together and then reach away from the body. So let's let the elbow and knee come together. So we've moved into an externally rotated shoulder and hip, back and in. Good. Two. And let's do that one more time. Good. Now let's lift and lower the arm and leg together. Good. Try that one more time. Maybe now see if the hand wants to come to the leg and you'll get a big, deep stretch. Good. As you're stretching here, maybe the bottom leg can lengthen. The hand could reach towards the foot or not. And now you could bend this knee, place the foot on the thigh, and just come here to balance. If the balance is a challenge, put your hand down in front of you. The balance is going really well. Take your top hand to your bottom hand. And then perhaps lift your thighs off the floor. Good. And then from here, let's take one big exhale to bring ourselves back into fetal position for just a moment. And we're going to push with the arms to come up. Reach your hips back. Reach your torso forward. Reach the hips back and then let the head melt down. And forward last time. Wonderful. Open up with that arm closest to the computer. Here we go. And then we're going to try that little sequence on the other side. So you'll just let your body come to settle and rest. And we're going to begin with your knees bent. Remember, your hand can go in front if you need a little extra prop for balance. If you're feeling good, top hand to the hip, open and close the knee. Good. So use deep exhales to help you lift. Wonderful. So now take the top knee, press it down. Take your top ankle up, just feeling that inner rotation of the leg. Good. And now your top leg's going to lift, come up and down. Good. So the whole leg lifts. The knee can stay bent. Good. So now let's try keeping that leg lifted. You're going to stretch it out, up, down, and in. Stretch it out, up, down, and in. Stretch it out, up, down, and in. Stretch out, up, down, and in. Two more. Out, up, down, and in. Last time. Out, up, down, and in. Hold. Now take the hand to the ankle and reach the femur bone all the way back behind you. Good. So again, remember when you're in a big stretch, especially if this hip and psoas area right here is very tight, your long exhalations are going to help you open that area up. You may notice too, once the hip starts to release, then you'll feel some added release in your knee. Good. After your next exhale, go ahead and let that knee travel forward. And then your top arm is going to travel back. And we'll just let yourself open in this twist here for a few breaths. Now with your next exhalation, go ahead, bring your knee up and your arm up. So we're going to externally rotate the arm and the top arm, top leg. Let's reach away from the body and pull in. So reach away from the body and pull in. Inhale, so you may find a little action in your obliques, supporting you here. Good, let's do this two more times. And now we're going to hold the arm and leg out and let them lift together and lower together. Down and up. Down and up. Down. Up. Let's do this one more time. Down and up. Now pause. Let the hand come to the leg, just anywhere that's comfortable. The leg stretch closer towards the torso if that feels nice or not. Your hand could come to the foot, but doesn't need to, certainly. And then we're going to exhale and just extend your bottom leg out. Good. From here, we're going to fold So bring this foot now to your thigh. If the balance here feels challenging, place the hand on the floor in front of you. Or if the balance feels fantastic, take that top arm over to your bottom arm and exhale, lift the bottom leg up from the floor. Good. Use one more deep exhalation here to just get all we can get from this pose. And then you're going to exhale, hug your knees in, hug the arms in, and we'll push with the arms to bring ourselves up. And then same thing, see if you can create a little half cat cow with your spine. Good. And then when you feel ready, go ahead, push with the arms and come onto all fours. So in all fours, we'll take a few rounds of a cat-cow. So inhale, fully explore a lift of your head and tail. And exhale, round, bring your head and pubic bone closer together. Inhale up and exhale under. Inhale, stretching, reaching. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale and exhale. So now begin reaching your spine back. Feel a long stretch in your back through your fingertips. And then exhale. See about moving your spine forward and feeling a little stretch in your hips and pelvis. You can try this a few times. Try for 5 to 7 of these. So you'll inhale, big, long back. Exhale, allow the hips to move forward. Inhale, stretching behind you. Exhaling, allowing the hips to move forward. 2 or 3 more here. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Good, let's inhale from that back position. Bring yourself for a moment. Oh, goodness, we have to be done soon. Bring yourself for a moment just onto your knees and press the tops of the feet down. Hello, baby. Have you seen my little baby? All right, so from there, put your hands on your lumbar and stretch, reach your head back. Beautiful. So now with your hands on your lumbar spine, make that the apex, make that your high point, and let your head come down. Good, if it feels nice, now take your arms and reach away from your shoulders. Reach away from your back, rather. So you're getting a stretch in the front of the shoulder and across your chest. Good. And now from here, take your left arm underneath you and just stretch over it. So you'll stay kind of low down here. Excellent. And then you'll stay nice and low. Let your right arm come underneath you. And you'll just stretch into that shoulder blade. And then once again, reaching your weight back, take a little child's pose. Letting the tops of the feet now come into the floor, so a little stretch there for the ankles. And then we're going to inhale, come forward, and just do whatever is going to feel nice for you in a short little shavasana here. So I'm going to put this kind of in the this cushion underneath my head and neck. And I'm going to take just a few big deep breaths. You can just really give in to your exhales. After your next long, slow exhalation, begin to lightly wiggle your fingers and your toes and circle your ankles, circle your wrists. You can draw your knees up, perhaps rock your back. Just find a comfortable way up into a seated position for you. And then we're gonna come bring the palms together before your heart. And bow the head and close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
You. Thank